Why death is in the world.
The moon wanted to send humans a message. He called a spider to carry the message. He said to the spider,
Here is the message. As the moon dies and is reborn, so will humans die and be reborn.
The spider began its journey to take the message to humans. On its way, it met a hare. The hare said, Let me take the message. I am faster than you. The spider agreed and said,
Here is the message. As the moon dies and is reborn, so will humans die and be reborn.
The hare ran and ran until she reached the humans. The hare then said, Here is the moon's message. As the moon dies and is gone forever, so will humans die and be gone forever. The hare returned to the moon. She told the moon what she said to the humans. The moon was angry and yelled,
You have given the humans a false message.
The angry moon grabbed a piece of wood and struck the hare's nose. This is why the hare's nose is slit. Today, humans still believe the hare's message. That is why there is death in the world.
A baker's dozen. A baker's dozen.
Van Amsterdam was a baker in New York. He was honest. He always gave his customers exactly what they paid for. One day, an old woman with a black shawl came into his bakery and asked for a dozen St. Nicholas cookies. When the baker put 12 cookies into a bag, she asked for one more.
A dozen is 12,
said the baker. But I say a dozen is 13, she said. The baker refused. The old woman said, You're honest, but you're not generous. She left without taking any cookies. From that day on, everything went wrong for the baker. His cakes were stolen. His cookies were burnt. His bread didn't rise at all. Soon, fewer and fewer customers came into his bakery. He grew poorer and poorer. One night, the baker had a dream. In his dream, he became a boy. St. Nicholas was giving presents to him and other kids. To his surprise, his present was one of his St. Nicholas cookies. As Van Amsterdam wanted to thank him, he turned into the old woman with a black shawl. The next morning, the baker got up early. He started to make cakes, cookies, and bread. They were perfect. The old woman with a black shawl came into his bakery again. She asked for a dozen St. Nicholas cookies. The baker happily wrapped 12 cookies plus one more.
From now on, a dozen is 13 in my bakery,
he said. Van Amsterdam's bakery became more and more popular. This practice spread throughout all America. That is how 13 became a baker's dozen.
Cinderella.
Cinderella was a lovely girl. Her parents died early. She had to live with her stepmother and stepsisters, but they treated her badly. One day, the prince invited all girls to his party. But Cinderella was left home alone and crying. A fairy godmother appeared. She waved her magic wand. Something wonderful happened. Cinderella became a princess. Remember, the magic will end by midnight, said the fairy godmother. Cinderella danced happily with the prince all night. When the clock struck 12, Cinderella ran home quickly, but she left her glass shoe behind. The prince said,
The girl whose foot fits into this glass shoe will be my bride.
Cinderella's stepsisters tried their best to put on the glass shoe, but failed. When it was Cinderella's turn, her foot slipped into the glass shoe perfectly. The prince and Cinderella got married and lived happily ever after.
URASHIMA TARO.
Once upon a time, there lived a kind fisherman. His name was URASHIMA TARO. When he was fishing at the beach, he saw some boys hurting a sea turtle.
Stop it! Leave the turtle alone!
Cried Taro. Then he put the sea turtle back in the sea. Years later, Taro met the sea turtle again. The sea turtle wanted to show his gratitude. He invited Taro to a palace under the sea. A beautiful princess greeted Taro. She prepared lots of food and shows for Taro. Taro was very happy. One day, Taro started to miss his family and friends. He wanted to go home. The princess was sad. She gave Taro a box and said, "Don't open it, or something bad will happen." When Taro went back to his village, he found everything had changed.
Do you know URASHIMA Taro?
Taro asked an elder.
Well, my grandpa told me Taro disappeared 300 years ago and never came back,
said the elder. Taro felt shocked. He decided to open the box. As soon as he opened it, white smoke came out of it. Suddenly, Taro turned into an old man. He started missing his happy life under the sea.